Coming up on Houston Life, a married father of 3 has gone viral for wearing skirts to work. Which dress code do's and don'ts go too far?
Plus, most of us know about wine and cheese pairings, but with whiskey's popularity on the rise, we serve up some tasty bites to pair with this trendy libation.
And last night, a local man took the stage on The Voice and wowed the coaches. We'll be checking in with him about his blind audition and his inspiration behind his success. All that and more starts right now.
Is that for real?
Live from Studio B at KPRC Channel 2. Houston Life starts now.
Welcome to Houston Life on this Tuesday, October 20th. So glad to have you with us today. I'm Derek Shore.
And I'm Courtney Savala. Glad to have you here on this Tuesday.
Rocking another pair of glasses, I see.
Yes.
You're switching it up.
Well, these are the only 2, so that's all I have after these 2. We're going to see the old ones. I felt like I was a little busy with the darker glasses, so.
I think it looks great. How's the eye ulcer situation going?
You know, went to the eye doctor, Dr. Tran, this morning, and the ulcer seems to be clearing up, but now there's another issue with the cornea, so I know, it's crazy. More on that later, I guess. I have to go back on Friday, so, you know, we're just going to deal with the eye peeper
Don't forget
problem.
your eye drops.
I know.
I'm rooting for you.
Got them. Okay, let's check in now with Lauren and Joe for a look at what they have coming up on today's show.
And Lauren, we're going to start with you.
You know, Courtney, you can always wear an eye patch for Halloween. Get that out of the way.
I need a good eye patch, Lauren. Can I get a leopard one? Joe looks like he's got some solutions there for me, too.
Yeah. Well, today I'm chatting with a local contestant from American Ninja Warrior about tomorrow night's new episode. Houstonian David Cake Ninja Wright is giving us a sneak peek of what fans can expect from the big competition. It's going to be a really good one, you guys. I can't wait.
It's always great to see local talent on the national stage.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Joe, what is going on there and where are you?
Courtney, you know I love talking about the eyes, so we had to put the eyes in today. And I've been blinking so much, it looks like look, one of them, they're popping out. They're popping out right now. We are at the Houston Arboretum and Nature Center. We're talking about their Science Spooktacular, and I have my gator friend here with me. We're going to be checking out their amazing setup they have for their virtual display that they're going to be doing for many of their programs all this week. And we have some cool experiments for you to talk about, too. We're going to be showing you one of those experiments that they're going to be doing here for the kiddos, and those kiddos can actually do that at home. Some family fun here at the Nature Center. When we come back, we're going to get into all of it, and I'm going to just hang out with my gator friend right here and hope I don't pop out any eyes anymore.
Okay, best of luck to you. The Arboretum is one of our favorite spots. So, Lauren and Joe, we will check in with you a little later on in today's show.
See you in a bit. Okay, you know, today I intended actually to go early vote. Oh. But it took too long at the eye doctor. I do have my vote barrette in today.
Very
but
nice.
If you wait until Election Day to vote, there's a possibility you might face the long lines, wait times. But what if you could get paid time off to vote?
Essentially just a free day off from work.
Yeah, according to a Today Show article, some companies are offering this to their employees. Big names include this: Best Buy, Blue Apron, Lyft, Nike, and Twitter.
Well, amen to that.
Right?
Yeah, I think it's incredible because it used to be possible to just sort of go on your lunch break or go before work.
Yes.
I mean, that's what I did for many years. I would go for, you know, 15 minutes in the morning. And now when we see these reports, and I've been there, when you see it on the news and you think, oh my gosh, these people have been waiting in line for hours, that looks miserable. Okay, and then you move on. When I waited in line, you guys are probably sick of hearing this story, 6.5 hours, I thought, okay, it's 2020 and we live in America and we're waiting in line for hours. It seems ridiculous. And it's sad that we've come to that place where someone would have to take off an entire day to go vote in case they're stuck in line, but at least they're getting paid for it.
That is true. Or just take advantage of what we have. I mean, early voting. I'm hearing from friend after friend, post after post, that people are walking in and they're walking out, like you and Brando did the other day. You
Didn't
drove
even have to
through.
walk. We just drove.
So I was wondering, because I remember you said no bumper sticker, no political bumper sticker on your car. They won't let you in. I wonder if they would make me take out the vote barrette. I wonder.
I don't know. I think if you're wearing a T-shirt or something that says vote, then that's not you know, showing partisanship.
Right, but it made me take pause. I mean, I could obviously take it out, but it just made me take pause. No, I wonder if I should take it out.
They would probably tell you if I was against, they would probably have you take it out of your hair before they would let you drive in.
Yeah.
Because those people are watching, I'm telling you. But if you go to harrisvotes.com or harrisvotes.org, and I know we have resources on clicktohouston.com, you can find the polling places, the estimated wait times, and you'll also see that little green automobile icon for the drive-through locations. And again, Toyota Center was lickety-split. We were in and out, and the people could not have been nicer.
I love it. You know, Orlando went yesterday during lunch. So he took his lunch break, bro. He said, no, literally 7 minutes, in and out.
He went to the Hampton Inn?
I don't know which one he went to. Yeah, a few hotels around town, but for sure, he was in and out and lickety-split. So go do it.
Amen to that. Okay, you know what else you can do on a lunch break?
What?
You can get a quick tattoo.
You know how I feel about tattoos.
How do you feel about them?
Okay, so I've always wanted a tattoo, but
you don't know what you want to get.
What if I change my mind?
I know, I'm in the same boat. I would totally get one.
I would be an adult today with Tweety Bird or a sunflower on my ankle. That's what would have happened to me.
And sometimes bad tattoos happen to really good people. It's a thing.
So what's the thing? Now they're just saying go get it on your lunch break because it's quick?
So, well, if it's a little tattoo, it's pretty quick.
Okay.
Have you heard of people getting the ring finger tattoo?
Yeah, is this like initials or is it the actual ring?
Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson did this like 20 years ago. I think they did the arm.
Didn't they do the arms?
Didn't they do wedding ring tattoos as well?
Yeah, probably.
Well, anyway, Justin Bieber and his fiancee Hailey Bieber.
No, they're married.
Oh,
they're married. Yes, they're married.
Well, look at you.
Number one fan. I am the president of the fan club.
Well, there you go. I should have known. Clearly, I'm late to this party, but check that out. It's elegant, isn't it?
So are those initials? Are they letters?
I think the J is probably for Justin.
Well, you know,
that's my guess.
Can't see real well
with
the glasses.
See with the thick glasses you're wearing.
I know.
So this photo has gone viral because apparently it looks pretty similar to the ring Justin gave Selena Gomez back when they were in 2012.
Oh, this is scandalous.
I don't think it's scandalous. I still wear rings from exes.
I don't have anything from an ex.
Really?
Get rid of it all. It's bad juju.
Is it bad?
Yes.
Oh, no. I still go on vacation with my exes.
Yeah, we don't do that.
You don't?
No, don't
Who's
even talk
we?
to them.
Who's we?
Me.
Most people in the world?
Yeah, I know.
We as in half the population. I don't think it's abnormal to be friends with your ex.
That's what I love about you, is you're friends with everyone, though.
Except the ones who hit me, not friends with them.
Not friends with those people.
Yeah. And only the ones who pay their taxes.
We like those people,
We like those people.
Those are good people.
But the tattoo thing,
I would do it. I know, and then I walk in and go, oh, no, I can't. But Orlando, I mean, we're going to be married forever.
Well, you could tattoo the O around your finger.
Yes.
And it would just be a regular ring.
I would love, you know, an O like in the Old English style. That's what I would like. I would do that. I think my friend Katie and her husband, Vic, did that. I think they did. I think theirs is on the inside of their hand.
Wouldn't that hurt? I mean, I've never had a tattoo, but I could imagine that
this part
on the inside of your finger. Can you imagine?
No,
Ouch.
It's almost like the bottom of your foot. You know, like because there's not a lot of skin there, right?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I have a really weird story that has nothing to do with tattoos. It just made me think of it.
What?
So I broke my ankle, and we were talking about this last night, when I was in high school. Fell off the uneven bars. It was tragic. Tore ligaments, the whole night.
Just like at recess, or when you were?
No, gymnastics. You know, yes.
Okay.
And so I had a really bad itch in my foot, and so I was trying to scratch my foot
through the cast.
Yes, because you know under the cast, and it was so it itched so bad, and I was actually looking for like something long and plastic, and I just couldn't find anything. I really wanted a chopstick, just wasn't available. So I found a plastic knife, and I mean I was scratching the bottom of my foot until
it snapped off,
and I just ignored it. About 3 weeks later, when I got my cast off, they sawed off the cast. They took the bottom part off first.
Oh.
And the doctor said, oh,
utensils. This
is strange. Why is there a plastic utensil in your cast actually embedded into the bottom of your foot? And I said, oh, I'm like 15, you know, 14 or 15.
You pretended you didn't know?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's so weird.
That is definitely a Courtney story right there.
It was stuck in the bottom of my foot.
Did you get the itch, though?
Check that box, baby.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Very nice.
Okay, all right, so we teased this at the top of the show, also making some headlines today. The married father of 3 who's wearing skirts and heels to work. He's an American robotics engineer living in Germany, and according to Board Panda, he is doing it to prove that clothes have no gender. I mean, he looks amazing.
I think that's fantastic. You know, it's funny to me when this becomes sort of like a political issue and people freak out. Why do people freak out about someone wearing heels? Also, I mean, there are bigger problems in the world right now than us being concerned. And if your kids aren't confused when you dress up as Superman for Halloween, guess what? They're not going to be confused if they see a pair of heels.
Right. And I got to tell you, he looks great in all of the outfits.
He does. I mean, he's rocking it.
Yeah.
So that leads us to the viewer question for today. When do dress codes go too far? Oh, I can think of a lot of examples. I mean, there are a lot of schools. I went to public school. We didn't have a dress code.
I had a dress code.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe at some point later on in today's show, we
some
can
more
discuss
useless
that.
information.
No, I want to know. I bet you have some good stories. Coming up next on Houston Life, round 2 of the blind auditions on The Voice happened just last night, and we're going to chat with a local man about his time on the main stage.
And still to come, Joe Sam heads into the laboratory with some spooky science for the whole family to enjoy. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Listen to that voice. The Voice returned for another round of blind auditions last night, and Texas native John Holiday capped off the evening with this rendition of Ella Fitzgerald's Misty. You can tell the judges were quite surprised when those chairs turned around. John Holiday himself is joining us now on Houston Life. John, it is so great to meet you by Zoom, and oh my gosh. So first of all, John Legend did not even hesitate to hit the button, right?
I know, that was incredible.
And then when Kelly turned around, the look on Kelly's face, the look of surprise. Why do you think people were so surprised when they turned around?
I think especially when Kelly turned around, all of them, that it's so unusual. You hear this male singing in this high treble voice, so they didn't know what to think. You know, this guy singing in a soprano range. So that's probably what she was most shocked about.
Well, your voice is truly incredible. I was watching a lot of your Instagram stories this morning, and they gave me chills. Describe to us, you mentioned you sing in a soprano range, but you are technically what's called a countertenor, correct?
Yes, I am a countertenor. That's the operatic term that we use for a male who sings in the alto to soprano range. And typically, a countertenor is someone who sings either super modern music in the opera world or Baroque music, which is a period that is between 1600 and 1750. And I'm humbled and honored that I get to represent Rosenberg, Texas, and hopefully I make all of Rosenberg happy. And of course, I want to make Houston happy and proud of me.
Oh, you have already done that, John, trust me. So from Rosenberg, Texas, you sang with the Fort Bend Boys Choir of Texas, and I understand that when you were singing in that choir, you were invited to sing with the Houston Symphony, and that really opened a door for you because that was the first time you had seen a person of color performing on stage. So describe to us how that inspired you.
It was an inspirational moment because as a young African-American kid, I, at that time, didn't have a lot of examples in opera, nor did I know that I was particularly looking for it. But I was in the boys' choir under the tutelage of Mr. William R. Adams, who is the founder and artistic director of the boys' choir. In this choir, we were singing The Damnation of Faust, and Denise Graves was singing the role of Marguerite. And I was just mesmerized by her. I thought she looked beautiful, she sounded beautiful, and at the moment, and still today, I was just like, I want to do that. I didn't think it was possible because I hadn't seen anyone that looked like me. And so her simply existing and being who she is enabled me to see myself in that same way. So I'm so thankful to her for her guidance and her being, just being who she is. It has made me who I am today.
Well, John Holiday, you're an inspiration to other people because you are living your life being who you are. I know now you live in Wisconsin with your husband, Paul, voice teacher at the Conservatory of Music at Lawrence University. You work as a jazz singer. You now sing opera in 4 different languages. There are so many reasons why we are so proud of you. And Mr. Holiday, trust me when I say we are all rooting for you down here.
Thank you so much for that. I promise you, one of the things I want to do is make you all so proud that this little guy from Rosenberg, Texas, is representing Fort Bend County and Harris County, Houston, Texas, all the way. And just keep me in your thoughts and your prayers. That means the most to me, more than anything. I think we need more kindness in the world. And so I'm really hoping that my music will help to bring some of that kindness that we are all so desperately craving.
Amen to that. John Holiday, thank you so much for your time. I know you're a busy guy, so we'll let you go. But next time you're visiting Rosenberg, please stop by Houston Life and say hi.
I definitely will. Thank you so much, Derek, for having me. I really appreciate it.
Of course. We'll see you soon. And don't forget to watch part 3 of the blind auditions next Monday at 7 p.m. right here on KPRC Channel 2. Courtney, we'll send it over to you.
Oh, what an incredible voice. We are definitely pulling for him. Well, some people want to enjoy Halloween without all of the scares. So the Houston Arboretum and Nature Center brought back their annual Science Spooktacular. And that's where we find Houston Life reporter Joe Sam, who's getting all the fun in on it. How's the eyeballs? Everything good?
Yeah, everything is good. We got them popped back into the socket, Courtney. So now we can see all that's happening here at the Arboretum and Nature Center. We're talking all about their Science Spooktacular. And that's what we want to get into right now, Ms. Christine. And this is going to be a big spooktacular here because I see a lot of things that's happening, and this is going to be a virtual one for everyone to take part in.
Yes, so it's a lot of fun. It's sort of a 2-part deal where we have virtual access, which our Arboretum members get for free, and it's only $10 for everyone else per family. And then all of the activities are included with that, which is both virtual fun things like our stories night and songs that happened last night. We're doing some crafts, some science show stuff, and then there'll also be an opportunity to come on our grounds for a Halloween trail socially distanced.
Wow.
And if you want to get your own supplies, you can, but you can also buy them in our nature shop, and they're available first come, first serve.
And this is the bags that they come in here, too, so you get a lot of different instructions in here. As we can see, this is the trail here that they can come on.
That's the map for the Halloween trail. You get your own pumpkin for decorating. You get most of the supplies for crafts and most of the supplies for the experiments as well. So it's a really good deal.
Really, really good deal. So they can do this from the comfort of their own homes, and this is something that's really cool for a lot of people to come and check out. Most of your events are going to be broadcast right here.
Yes.
On this beautiful backdrop. Tell us who helped design that here, because they really put a lot of energy into making sure this looked good for a virtual casting.
We have our staff naturalists did a really wonderful job. They put all of this together. They put all of the fun activities together, and they're going to be the ones hosting. So you'll get to know some of them, get to see some of them, and find out all of the cool things they have in store for you.
Okay, so give us a little preview of what's going to be coming up in our next segment when we come back here, because we're going to be doing a little bit of a science experiment, right?
We are. These are our bubbly potions, and my coworker, Patty Bonham, will be on with me showing you guys just what fun you can get up to.
That's what we cannot wait for. A lot of fun activities happening here. And that's just something that people can come and get here without, like we said, the scares. Because a lot of family members, they don't like being frightened for Halloween. And this is something easy that they can do to still get into that Halloween spirit. So we're going to be talking all about that, and we're going to get our hands dirty with some of these science experiments. But for right now, we'll send some things back to you guys in the studio, and I'm going to get ready to go and decorate my very own pumpkin.
Oh, that looks fun, Joe. Joe Sam of the Houston Arboretum and Nature Center. We'll see you a little later on in today's show. All right, after the break, the different options UT Physicians is offering your family to help improve your child's health.
And later, from oysters to chocolate chip cookies, the on-trend bevy you can pair with both of these foods. That story and much more when Houston Life returns. Well, welcome back. A parent's worst nightmare is truly helplessly watching their child suffer. That was the experience for one local family as their daughter was diagnosed with epilepsy. But with the help of UT Physicians team, 7-year-old Darian is feeling much better now. And here with more is UT Physicians pediatric neurologist Dr. Gretchen von Allmen, along with Victoria DeSaint and Darian's mom. Welcome to all of you. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Dr. von Allmen, I'd like to start with you, first of all. When we hear the words pediatric epilepsy, I think it's very scary for parents and children to hear this. What exactly is that? I know this is a broad spectrum diagnosis here.
So basically, all epilepsy means is that you have a tendency to have seizures, and a seizure is defined as when the brain has synchronized electrical activity that makes the body do various things. So from shaking to staring, and all epilepsy means is that you have a tendency to have these kind of unpredictable events called seizures.
And these can last from a few seconds to minutes, and basically it just depends on the diagnosis when this is happening.
Right. So the way the brain causes seizures, it can be the whole brain involved in the abnormal activity, or it can just be one focal area of the brain that's involved in starting the seizure. And depending on what area of the brain is causing it, then that's what produces the symptoms you see when the seizure happens.
And we do want to mention that a team of experts and doctors worked on Darian, not just one physician. But if I can have Victoria DeSaint and Darian there. Victoria, talk to us about when Darian had her first seizure, and that must have been traumatic and very scary for you, for her, for the whole family.
Correct. For my husband and I, we just noticed her sleeping and her mouth began twitching. And at first we were like, okay, that's kind of odd. But then eventually, you know, she was on medication, and then she started seizing more. And then it turned into like a grand mal seizure where she was seizing for over 20 minutes. We had to take her to the emergency room, and it was very scary.
I can only imagine what that was like to witness that and helplessly watching this happen. Darian was 6 years old and having had several seizures a day. And as you said, that they were small and then progressively got worse or got stronger. When medicine did not work for her to control those seizures, what did you do, Victoria?
We had switched from one neurologist to another, and then eventually when last October, about a year ago, she was actually seizing 16 to 18 times a day with medication. So we were referred to Dr. von Allmen's team, and we got put into the epilepsy unit at the Children's Memorial Hospital. And they just went to work on her and really came up with a plan that was super beneficial for her.
And super beneficial, meaning she is, her quality of life and seizures has truly improved, correct?
Correct.
That is fantastic. Dr. von Allmen, if you can, I know this is very specific to her, but what type of procedure did work for Darian?
So basically, when we have children that don't respond to the medications that we usually use to control epilepsy, there's about 1/3 of the children who don't respond to any of the medications we have, and Darian was in that group. First, we do an evaluation in the hospital and do various tests that tell us exactly where the seizures are coming from in the brain. And then we decide whether we can remove that area surgically, safely, as a team. And so luckily for Darian and for us, there was a very focal area involved in her seizures. And so in the operating room, the neurosurgeon and I are there together, and we were able to remove the area of tissue that started her seizures and didn't cause her any other deficits or problems from that surgery. And so our goal is to make patients seizure-free after the surgery, which so far Darian has been.
What an incredible story, and to document everything that she's been through. By the way, Darian's surgery was just 3 months ago. Okay, Darian, you had us all by those smiling photos in the hospital before, during, and after. You are just a doll. How are you feeling today? And tell me what life is like now.
Well, today I'm feeling great. with all the family I've been having them support. I don't know what I could do without them, and today I'm feeling great. School is back on track, and I don't know what I would do without my family and all the people who helped me through this rough time.
Oh, girl, you're going to make us all cry. We are so proud of you, and what a special young girl, and what a great reunion that we're having right here. I know virtually, but it's been great to talk to you. Of course, Dr. Gretchen von Allmen, UT Physicians pediatric neurologist, Victoria DeSaint, and of course, Darian. Thank you all for your time today. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
And stay healthy. If you would like more information or to schedule a consultation, you can visit utphysicians.com. Simply call 888-488-3627. Derek and Lauren, over to you, and my heart is full. Isn't she a doll?
Ours too, Courtney. Oh, so glad Darian is doing well. All right, so clearly I'm hanging out with Lauren Kelly, and still to come, you're doing something really cool. You're giving us a sneak peek of tomorrow's American Ninja Warrior.
That is right, Derek. I chatted with a local contestant. His name is David Wright, about his experience on the show and what fans can expect from tomorrow night's episode, about his nickname, the Cake Ninja. You guys don't want to miss it.
That's a very nice nickname. All right, and we will be checking in with Keith, Christine, and Justin for a look at what is coming up on KPRC Channel 2 News at 4 p.m. Don't go away. Houston Life will be right back. All right, welcome back to the second half hour of Houston Life. I'm Derek Shore.
And I'm Courtney Savala. We're going to toss it over to Keith and Christine standing by, giving us a look at what's coming up with the news at 4. Hey, guys. Hey, Justin. Not leaving you out, boo.
We're gonna talk to him to say, yeah, great to see you guys. It's a warm Tuesday out there, right? Let's check in with Justin to see how things are shaping up out there. It doesn't really feel like fall much anymore, does it?
No, it really doesn't. I know Courtney's like, I see her on the Instagram. She keeps pulling out all this like stuff she wants to wear.
I do, man. I know. The Uggs are getting there one day. I'm dusting them off.
I promise, Court. Wait till you see the 10-day. Okay, I got some good news for you here. But there's our front. Remember, yesterday Dallas was at 60. They're at 86 now. 70 in Oklahoma City. So as expected, it's lifting northward as sort of a quasi-warm front at this point. And all of the muck. We've got 90 in San Antonio, 85 here in Houston. Locally, we've got nearly 90 degrees up near College Station. Touch cooler as you get over towards Anahuac. That's where the showers are kind of concentrating, moving through right now from Beaumont over into southern Liberty County and Chambers County, as I mentioned, around Anahuac and Winnie. Other than that, I don't think we'll see much. Maybe the sea breeze could get something going here over and towards southeast Harris County, but that's about it. Certainly not the kind of coverage we were looking at yesterday, and I think less is more is going to be the story over the next couple of days. Here's what's interesting. That little area of low pressure we've been watching south of Cuba is kind of opening up just a bit, enough that you can almost pick up a little bit of a counterclockwise swirl here. I don't think it's going to turn into anything tropical, but we could be able to grab onto some of this moisture as it works its way in. It looks like a chunk of that will likely stay well east of us, but east side may be dealing with the better chances for rain over the next couple of days, and that's only going to be about 20% at that. So power plan for the rest of the afternoon and evening. We'll keep that 10% in for those east siders, and then notice that we'll keep those temperatures once again only getting down to the low 70s, and that, my friends, is where the fog starts to set in, just like what we saw this morning. All right, Court, here's for you. 88 tomorrow. We're going to continue to keep it warm. Week front Friday dips us into the 60s and low 80s, so comfortable for the weekend. It's this second one Tuesday. It's going to bring in some rumbles of thunder. Looky there, girl.
Oh, yeah, baby.
How about 50?
Yes, I'm going to shine up those Uggs.
Right?
Yes.
That is for you, Zavala.
Ah, thank you.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. We're in this for the long haul.
You got to have a plan. You got to have a plan.
Yeah.
All right, Justin, thank you, buddy.
You bet.
We also are going to be following some of the new details in that breaking news story we've been following ever since this morning. 2 Houston police officers shot. One of them, a sergeant who has worked on the force for 41 years, has died. What we're learning about those officers, the Good Samaritan who tried to help, and what we know about the man accused of opening fire.
Yeah, also coming up, several HISD schools forced to close today because of coronavirus cases. The safety precautions being taken and when our schools are expected to reopen.
All right, you are also going to meet an 8-year-old whiz kid. She's from the Houston area. This 3rd grader not only has her own YouTube channel, but get this, guys, she's using that channel to teach other kids how to do basic computer coding. Everything from creating video games or even virtual dancing worlds.
I love that she's coding and she has sparkly nail polish. polish, a well-rounded girl. She's only 8 years old, you guys.
And she likes unicorns.
I mean, that's incredible. I can't even answer my emails.
Same.
No?
That's not a joke. Yeah, it's true.
8-year-old might have something for you.
Derek's my IT person, so.
It's not by choice. Hey, okay, so you got us the coding unicorn lover. We've got something for you guys. Have you seen this Lisa Rinna video that has now gone viral? There it is. That's her husband, Harry Hamlin, right there.
I haven't seen this one, no.
See, so she's doing her part. She's got the dance moves. She's reminding everyone to vote. What do you think?
Yeah, she got on her hat. Yeah, I see that.
I'm wondering what's wrong with Harry.
Yeah.
My question.
He's busy working, Keith.
Yeah,
I mean,
he can't be bothered.
He's busy.
Nothing to be seen here.
Researching the candidates.
I was going to say, is as much videos that Lisa puts out, this is like another.
He's like, yeah, okay, yeah. This does not involve me.
This does not involve me.
I'm just a prop.
Yeah. Well, listen. So we here at Houston Life, we're big fans of helping to spread the word. So Courtney and I, we thought we would do our part to help remind people to vote.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Oh my gosh.
What do you got?
What do you think?
Pretty much identical to Lisa.
You know,
Same.
I'm heading to the polls tomorrow just for seeing that.
Well, actually, you guys have like a little bag, I think, near you or by the table.
Yes,
or
it's hiding under here.
Do the honors, Christine.
Feel free to open it up.
Okay, put it up here.
Sure.
I do love a good booty pop to, get
the
people out
Houston
to
Life.
the polls.
Yeah, Courtney working those Chicago hips. I see.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, and well, maybe I should have given you the pen.
Oh,
Here we go.
wow.
You know what this is? This is tag. You're it.
There we go.
I have some girls at home I can give those to.
No. You're wearing them. Those are my pants. You're wearing them. You're going to do the video, and then you're going to give it all back to me clean.
I probably couldn't even get one leg in that.
I was going to say.
Oh, well, I'd like to see y'all try.
Dee wore it well.
You know what, Dee? I'll go dance off with Courtney's pants.
It's a tank top.
Okay.
It's a whole
Justin.
You're
it's
on the record saying that, and I do want to point out you guys have 22 minutes until Channel 2 News at 4, so that's plenty of time to do a couple wardrobe changes.
This one might actually fit. Yeah, it stretches too.
Get her done.
We might be in good shape here.
See you in 22 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. We'll see you then.
Okay, coming up later in the show, they think we're kidding, I think.
And we're not kidding.
Get your highball glasses ready. We are talking whiskey and the food that will enhance its flavors.
And Lauren Kelly chats with a local man competing on this week's episode of American Ninja Warrior. More Houston Life in just 2 minutes.
American Ninja Warrior returns to a new night right here on KPRC Channel 2. Moving to Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and tomorrow night is the second and final round of the semifinals, where competitors will face up to 10 brutal obstacles, including the dizzying corkscrew, the salmon ladder, and the iconic warped wall. And one local man, David Wright, is competing, and I got the opportunity to chat with him about the experience and what fans can expect from tomorrow night's episode.
It's going to be a lot of fun. With my team, we were the only team to have all 3 members hit buzzers. Be ready to see some celebratory dances. Alex did pull out his tuba, and we were kind of having a jam session. Be ready to see a lot of history made, because, there are some exciting runs tomorrow, myself included, who knows? Let's see, the last one would be ready for some screams. Not screams of pain necessarily, but screams of joy, screams of... I'll just spoil it, and you guys won't be as excited anymore.
Well, you can catch David take on the massive course tomorrow night right here on KPRC2 at 8 p.m. and find out the impressive number of pull-ups David can do in our full interview, which is online now, HoustonLife.tv. And if you are the ultimate American Ninja Warrior fan, then you will want to enter to win this great swag. All you've got to do is head over to clicktohouston.com to enter to win. The contest is open now and will close tomorrow night after American Ninja Warrior ends. Derek and Courtney, I think you guys have that awesome swag over there next to you guys. Take a look.
We do now. Are we the official guardians now of the swag box?
I think so.
I'm rethinking that. I might need to take it back over with me.
I want to keep it in a safe place. Lauren,
Okay.
thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Lauren. When we come back, whiskey may be made from rye, but this tasty trend is on the rise. See what we did there? We're serving us some tasty food pairings next.
Plus, the Houston Arboretum is getting into the Halloween spirit with some kid-friendly experiments. We'll see what Joe Sam's cooking up in the lab. More Houston Life straight ahead. Welcome back to Houston Life. So bourbon is really having a moment right now. According to Forbes magazine, for Kentucky alone, get this, distilling is a huge business. $8.6 billion to be exact. Usually I like mine on the rocks, no surprise, just like I like my coffee, Courtney.
I knew that about you. Orlando loves his bourbon, or is it whiskey? Is there a difference?
There's a difference.
And do you sip it or do you pair it with food? I got all of my questions answered at LOCH Bar in the River Oaks District. Well, we are at one of my favorite places, LOCH Bar in River Oaks District, and quite honestly, I feel like I'm at home because I am belly up to the bar. That's right, with my new friend Ryan here at LOCH Bar. Thanks for inviting me over.
Welcome, Courtney. Glad to have you here.
This spread looks amazing. I love this because we have a fantastic spread, but we're not pairing this food with wine. We're pairing it with
A little bit of whiskey. So rye is that spicy, it's got a spicy characteristic to it. So for me, thinking that idea, cheese and meats.
Okay.
It was where I went with it.
All right.
And so personally, the rye, the blue cheese, pulling those together.
it reminds me of winter.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, it kind of
Absolutely.
has that warming effect to it. The
Nice.
color is beautiful. Again, I am not a whiskey or bourbon drinker. My husband is, so I think this activity is quite educational.
Then we move into the next one, which is oysters.
Okay.
Oysters, light, delicate. So what I've done with this is being oysters from the ocean. Jefferson's Reserve makes a voyage at sea. So literally the way they take this, they barrel it, they put it on a container ship, and it travels around the sea. It crosses the equator 4 different times. It's just a beautiful, beautiful bottle.
This one's totally different than the first one.
Complete different world. So this is going to have the corn to it, so not as much rye, so it gets that smooth.
Very smooth.
So corn actually adds the sweetness to it as well. Now this is the fun part.
Okay.
Take a little bit of the bourbon, pour a little bit into the oyster.
Really?
Just a small little touch of it.
Okay. Just a touch there. Wow. Briny, but yet smooth. I can taste, that is fantastic.
It complements beautifully.
It really does.
So Weller has always been a big personal favorite of mine, and so I had the opportunity to choose a Weller barrel. And so they've just released their full proof. It's 114 proof, and this one is a LOCH Bar exclusive. Even though you're gonna have a really high alcohol content with 114, it's gonna be a little bit of a pop there, but it's just smooth and it's sweet.
Wow, that's nice.
It is beautiful.
Really nice.
I do love my Weller.
I mean, so I love the fact that, you know, we're in Houston and we're pairing this with fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
I feel like I've died and gone to heaven. Now, we can't leave without talking about your cookies and for dessert,
absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. So it's our LOCH Bar chocolate chip cookies, a little bit of salt to them, but just absolutely amazing. And I finished off with a little Japanese.
Okay.
The Yamazaki 12, it is so smooth, it is so beautiful. Like caramel, there's honey, there's just different notes of flavor to it. So when you pair it with a chocolate chip cookie, the chocolate, all of it together, it melts in your mouth. There's a touch of peat to it.
Wow.
It's beauty.
It's a match made in heaven, I have to say. Y'all have 3 exclusive labels, and now we're in COVID. And the only place that you can get those 3 labels, of course, is here at LOCH Bar. But we have a chance to take this at home, right?
Absolutely. So we have come up with our LOCH Bar ELIXIR kit. It's for everything that ails you.
Well, that's perfect. I hope everybody stops in. In the meantime, Ryan, cheers to you. Thank you for a lovely pairing. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
I mean, it's a tough job. You know, someone had to figure this whole whiskey bourbon thing out. It was really fantastic. I learned a lot. That ELIXIR kit with those 3 exclusive labels, only available at LOCH Bar. You can go in and order it or take those 3 bottles home. You get a chocolate chip cookie because they have to serve it with food here in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
And a glass, the glass that we were using.
It was a beautiful glass.
Beautiful. $100. It's a great gift.
For all of those bottles.
For all of them.
See, I've heard all about the Japanese whiskey. I've yet to try it. And with a cookie, you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. Match made in heaven, people.
Yeah, rough assignment. Thanks, Courtney.
You're welcome.
Now I just want to drink.
What else?
If you had a nickel for every time I said that to you. All right, now let's check in some family fun the whole family can enjoy. Excuse me, just thinking about that whiskey made me feel a little drunk. The Houston Arboretum is putting the spook in spectacular with their virtual science spooktacular, featuring everything from Halloween trail to creating your own slime.
Let's check back in with Joe Sam, where he's getting a little experimental. What's going on?
Hey, Courtney, Derek, we are getting experimental, and yeah, we're not the pumpkin today, but we're talking more about the spooktacular happening here at the Arboretum and Nature Center with Miss Christina. We had to get Miss Patty in to join the party because you're going to be showing us this experiment that the kids can do at home.
So what this is it's going to be a combination of oil and water and food coloring. Put it all in a container, and you'll have little kid-sized ones for your experiment bag. And Patty is going to put in some magical potions to make it a bubbly, bubbly potion.
Yeah, we love it. And this is kind of like a lava lamp, which is what they're making. They can choose whatever food coloring they want in there.
They can, and it will
go
as the Alka-Seltzer does its thing, so it brings that water and food coloring up with it, and you can kind of re-energize it with more of these little tablets to keep it going.
But it's not going to over-explode and spill all over the place, so
It
that's a
is
good thing
safe.
for those parents, right?
Yes.
They don't want any of the cleanup to happen. Look how cool that looks now that it's starting to really develop in there with those colors. Really, really cool experiment here, and I know the kids are going to love it. Something else that the kids are going to love are the games that you guys have, the activities. So we have to pull out the spider wheel, you guys. Tell us what this is, Miss Christine.
So this is going to be on our craft night, which is coming up, and we're going to have a fun little spider wheel here, and Patty, will you do the honors of a spin?
All right, let's see what it lands on.
It is.
All right.
You got to roll like a pumpkin.
Okay, so how do we roll like a pumpkin?
Rolling around like a pumpkin.
All right, give us another one because I like that. That's going to be a workout. What is it? Oh, we're going to do another one. Here we go. Here we go. Monster dance party. All right, let's do it.
A little bit.
The little Michael Jackson, right? Really, really cool for the kids to get into, and I think it's going to burn off some of their energy and have them ready for the bed after this, too. Something that also gets them ready for the bed is the story time that you guys had. Talk about the story time.
So it was a lot of fun. We actually did that last night, but anyone who signs up from now until the end of it will get a recording of it. So if you miss any of the activities, you can actually view them after the fact, which is great.
And there was a little bit of singing in there, too. So a little bit of a performance along with the story is what they got.
Absolutely. Some songs, some stories. It's a great little thing that the kiddos will all enjoy.
Perfect. So give me a rundown of the week because there's something that's happening today and then throughout the entire week.
Yes, so every day. So we've got a neighborhood scavenger hunt that's happening today. So that'll be on your own. You can do it at the Arboretum if you want, in your home, wherever you want to do it. We have our crafts. So these fun things, a nice little haunted house and Halloween tree along with your pumpkin decorating. And that'll be tomorrow. Thursday, folks can come out to the Arboretum for a Halloween trail. And if you can't make it Thursday, you can come anytime through the weekend. And that'll be a fun little area where you can learn about stuff at the Arboretum, learn some fun animal facts, do some Halloween-y things. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And then our Friday is our science show. So that's where you'll get to do these fun things.
These really, really cool lava lamps. They're going to be able to participate in a lot of other things. So I'm going to already put it on here, you guys. We have to float like a ghost as we floated on back to them in the studio. Y'all ready for that? Let's float like a ghost. All right, we're going to send things back to you guys in the studio here.
Awesome. Love the dance party.
Very nice. And a reminder that all virtual activities will be recorded so you can view them after the live presentations. And all proceeds from the event support the Arboretum's wide variety of education and conservation programs. Very important.
Absolutely. Don't go anywhere. More of Houston Life when we come back. Okay, we love hearing from you guys. Tanya writes in, OMG, I just laughed so hard at the remake of Lisa Rinna's viral video. Houston Life gives me full life. 3 p.m. can't come fast enough. I love KPRC2 Derek and Courtney. Booty poppin', that is best. Oh, come on, KPRC. Christine and Keith.
And Justin as well. Yeah, Tanya, thank you so much. That's a great comment. And how long did it take us to shoot that little dance party? 10 seconds?
10 seconds.
That was a lot of fun.
It was more choosing the costume that took longer.
Oh, well, I still can't believe I fit into your stretch pants.
It was super fun,
leggings,
right?
Whatever they're called.
I love it. Okay, listen, coming up tomorrow, more fun. Coming up on the show, working remotely, tips to look your best on those Zoom calls and prevent the dreaded tech neck. You know, the wrinkly neck that's happening now?
Oh,
it's
dear.
happening.
Yes, it's a thing. Looking forward to that. And how about devouring a plate full of, oh, wow, tasty bugs? Courtney, you'll be into this. We're going to help you explore your taste palette this Halloween season with a local restaurant that'll have you putting creepy crawlers on all your dishes.
Oh,
and
boy.
you know, I've done stories about this before.
Yeah, I know that you have.
Insects are the future. It's great protein. It's sustainable.
Yes.
And it doesn't result in the methane gas emissions that so many other sources of protein result in.
One day.
They'll
All
take
right.
my word for it.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us today. Let's check in with Keith and Christine standing by for the news at 4.